Hi, my name is Kayleigh. I'm our intake specialist in our personal injury division, and I'm from Pinehurst, North Carolina. Since I'm from North Carolina, I bet you're wondering where I went to school, and I went to Appalachian State University in Western North Carolina. What sparked my interest in the field of law is my mom actually worked at a law firm and managed it, and then they needed an executive assistant or an admin assistant, and she knew of just the person, so she called on me, and I just started off with really small tasks, and then I was just really eager to keep learning, and so I easily built my way up. I became a legal assistant at 17. I worked in a law firm all throughout high school, then I continued that into college. I worked as a real estate legal assistant all throughout my college experience, and so by the time I graduated college, I already had 5 to 7 years under my belt, and so when I was post-grad, I applied here, and that's how I got into this position. So while I was working at a law firm before Varghese Summersett, I was in college. So I did club volleyball, I did a lot of snowboarding, I was in a school in a mountain, so if a snow day came in, we would just skip class and go hit the slopes, and then we'd go to the river, cliff jumping, anything like that, and then I always enjoyed reading and walking and just hanging out with my friends. My now husband actually got a job with TCU football right after we graduated from Appalachian State University. And that is what actually moved us all the way from North Carolina to Texas. If you know me and you know me well, I'm a very type A individual and I like to have my plans in advance. And so I was actually just on LinkedIn and I was looking for jobs that may be open by the time I moved down in August. And I actually saw that Varghese Summersett had an opening. I'm gonna be really honest, I didn't look them up or Google them, so I had no idea of the gem of a place I had just found. I was going through the application details, and on the very bottom of it, it asked, what is the most recent book you've read and why did you like it, or tell me about it. And I thought that was really interesting, and as I previously just mentioned, I love reading. I had actually just finished Where the Crawdad Sings, and it was actually becoming a movie adaptation. I was really excited about that question because I was like, oh my goodness, I can tell them about the book I had just finished. It showed that they were interested in the candidate for more than what was surface level. They didn't only care about like my resume, but they were actually interested in something that I also happened to be interested in. So I applied on a whim. I got an email back relatively quickly. I had 2 Zoom meetings with them. It's really funny knowing now, 4 years later, who I was meeting with because they have become some of my best friends here. I had a really great interview process with them. And then I actually met Anna and Benson on Anna's birthday when we were shooting some photography and some new headshots and stuff like that. And it was just such a great experience. I felt like as soon as I walked in the doors, I knew this place was going to be really special to me and that I was going to be here for quite some time. Although I have had almost 10 years under my belt of legal experience now, I still am young and I don't think I've had my largest accomplishment yet. What I will say is landing this job and growing with this firm is a huge accomplishment for me. They have invested in me as a person and as an employee. That opportunity has allowed me to help families who are really going through some of the worst times of their life. They either got in a catastrophic accident, they have lost a loved one. It takes a specific kind of person to truly be able to empathize with those people and walk them through this process, and helping families and seeing the compensation, justice, and accountability that they deserve get delivered to them. That is forever a feeling that I'm grateful that I've experienced, and that's a huge accomplishment just all around. So although it's not some big award or whatever it is, like just knowing that I am making an impact and helping alongside the attorneys, making an impact on people's lives and how it forever shapes them is something like I am eternally grateful for, to have that insight. My future at Varghese Summersett is long and successful. That is what I see. I see our firm growing so much. When I first started, we maybe had 25 people total, and I think we're nearing like 100 now, including all of the like support staff and everything like that. So we are just growing rapidly. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon, and I'm just really excited to be a part of something great and something large and making a huge impact on the legal field and the community that we have. I think we're on a state level right now, but I definitely see us going national one day, and I'm really excited to be a part of that.